What is going on, guys? It's Adam aka Marf. This is a special Marfoogle alert. We're going to actually be talking about something serious here today, about possibly going through a debris field, our entire Earth, and is it going to affect us in the next couple months? We're going to talk about that right now. We'll be right back. All right, what is going on, guys? My name is Adam, aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. This is going to be a short video for maximum shareability, and we never ask. It is literally, we do live 2.5 hour, 3 hour shows. We never ask you guys to share anything. But on this note, we have never received such good information about one subject ever in the history of this channel. So again, I want to go over some of the things that we know, some of the things that are being, put out there in other people's realms, and the sources that they're working off of. Again, I've been talking about this on the live show. I wanted to get this out on this channel and show you a couple things. So first of all, a lot of things have been lining up in the world. There's been a lot of weird stuff as far as, just last night we were putting together the fact that we had a Chinese ship catch fire just 3 months ago. It burned for days. It just happened to be an amphibious assault Navy ship, their brand new assault ship. And then all of a sudden we have a amphibious assault ship catch fire and billow for 4 days, 5 days, which again, even just thinking about that, how a steel ship burns in so many areas and doesn't even have an accelerant or a fuel explosion, it just kind of boggles my mind. In fact, Navy in the comments last night were like, well, how the heck does that happen? It's kind of funny because we were thinking, like, wait a second, nobody is even talking about the Chinese assault amphibious carrying ship, almost their version of this ship burning just 3 months ago. Something is going on, and a lot of people are talking about it. So besides what is possibly going down on Earth, maybe what is going on Earth is to distract from what is going on in space. Of course, we had the Space Force put into play just in the last year. We had Hammer and all of these missile missions being done. We've got every single country basically looking on how to destroy comets and meteors and basically set up a defense for the Earth. And then you've got things like the surprise Neowise, which a lot of people are like, oh, whatever, it's just a comet. Oh, it's pretty, this and that. This thing they discovered 3 months ago. I'm not worried about Neowise. In fact, not at all. I think this is super pretty, right? But I am worried about the other ones that are out there. Now, I know that there are a lot of people trying to look for this, and some are seeing it. Last night, we actually showed you guys a picture sent in, 2 different pictures. A gentleman saw what I think is the first sighting of not the second tail of the second object that came through. I don't know if the actual comet split. I know that they say it has a split tail now, which actually happened after our live show last night. But I know that he got 2 separate objects 10 minutes apart. So did he see Neowise, which was a clear picture of Neowise, and then a second object? Again, there are people, I'm going to show you this. I want to bring up because this is exactly what I was talking about last year. In fact, if you go back to my channel, I had one of the best sources I've ever had tell me these things. And if you actually go to Marfoogle News and go back through the old videos, you will actually see that right there on the actual thumbnails here, I always try to put the main subject in here, and you'll see it says, is something heading our way? Jupiter gets out of the way. And I was talking about Jupiter way back then, in fact, just to show you. I was talking about how they're mapping all over the country. They're mapping places and they're mapping cremations, they're mapping the places where people are buried. We actually had callers that were part of that operation. They have some sort of really crazy deadline to map where everybody is buried in the country. Why? Why would that be a kind of a hurried thing, right? Then you've got Russia, China, and U.S. all designing different defense mechanisms against these asteroids. And what basically I was told more than a year ago was that in the next 3 years, we would see a dramatic change to the point where no one could deny what was going on. And a lot of people have seen this. We have thousands of viewers on our live channel. So when you hear that, and then all of a sudden, somebody like we have here, Israeli News Live, I'll just play the clip for you. Again, he's under Creative Commons, so I'm going to play this. And again, this is a very smart man in general. So let's play that there.
I'm going to share with you the name of the video, Prepare for Impact. I said to you back about 4 months ago, my Pentagon source, also advisor to the president, had told me that come August or September, no, I'm sorry, not August, just September, everybody on the planet will know we're in really serious condition. I have other friends as well that also have very close connections in the Pentagon. And I've been going through some discussions. We've been trying to compare notes about the things that are coming. And it appears to be that the debris field that I spoke to you about 4 months ago, after maybe it's longer than 4 months, but I think it's about 4 months ago, when my own White House source shared with me that we would be going through what, as I quoted, and I think I even shared with you the email, what I call an asteroid belt.
Okay, so what are, and Dex, this is where I'm going to bring you in, because when we first heard about some of this stuff, we actually heard about it from somebody, and then they said, you got to talk to this person. We'll keep them anonymous. We talked to this person, and we were trying to debunk them in any way possible, and we couldn't. We actually, I mean, how long did we spend on the phone with this person?
Oh, Adam, it was quite a long time. We did, and more specifically, this person, without identifying them, they do auditing, right, for a lot of the financials for the government, for FEMA transactions, DHS transactions, other things like that, right? They had basically had access to a lot of the budgetary things that were going on.
And what was this person communicating to us?
So specifically, a lot of money had been allocated this year, short term, near term, had been allocated for FEMA and other departments for debris cleanup. Now, you might just say, okay, fine, a tornado comes through and there's debris to clean up. This is not that. This was at a much greater scale. And it was alarming, the amount of money that was being applied and budget that was being allocated and funds that were already being procured and placed in for debris cleanup across the nation.
Now, somebody can try to prove us wrong on this, but I have a feeling if people go digging into this, I have a feeling you'll find there is a big chunk of money towards this. And that's another thing. If we, for any reason, just kind of disappear for any reason, you will kind of know why there. As far as why would they keep something like this a secret? You know, what if it's just a possibility? What if they are just being smart, responsible, and doing contingency plans? They very well may be doing that. But then you look up at some of the things that have been happening. Obviously, we see articles like this. In fact, we've seen articles like this almost every day, every week. It's like, oh, it's this. I've joked about this for a year. All of a sudden, it's like every day, every week. It's a comet the size of, Big Ben, the comet the size of a giant shark, the comet the size of this coming. And we literally see these almost every day. This one is actually one of the closest that is going to come into into our zone in a while. In fact, it is 1.5 times the size of the London Eye. It is not Neowise. It is actually ES4 2011 or 2011 ES4. It's actually going to be coming within 50,000 miles of the Earth. If to put that in perspective, the Moon is 245,000 miles, or actually about 238,000 miles away. So this thing is literally going to shave us. It could actually be pulled in. Some say that it could be pulled in and then burn up. Here's the thing. This is actually bigger by about, I want to say, almost 90 or 60, something like 70 feet, bigger than the one that actually exploded above Russia, Chabalensk. I don't know how to say it. Again, that was 66 feet wide. This one is, I believe, do we know the size on this? This is like 110 feet. So again, this
it's bigger than that. I mean, the London Eye is really huge, and it's 1.5 times the size. So it's bigger than that. But here's the point: this one wouldn't even be the world killer, right? This would be this might be the sign. This comes in at September 1st, and it is a near Earth object. Again, they are labeling it potentially hazardous. But is this the one I'm worried about? Not so much. I am more worried about the fact that all of the observatories are closed down because of the current event. In fact, even observatories that are run by one-person teams are being shut down. The only ones that are still going are the ones that are run by the U.S. government and the Five Eyes system. Kind of, the main governments are running their observatories. But all of the other ones are all shut down because of it. Just so happens that this other thing is they've all got us at home with our friends and family. You lock us down, and it looks like now the CV event is actually getting worse again. So it looks like we're actually going to have another wave of lockdowns as well. So there's a lot of weirdness around this, and with everything that is combining, it's not just Israeli News Live, Stephen Banoun saying his sources at Pentagon are saying this. It was our source that does these audits, and this person was extremely. We've asked everything we possibly could have. We spent 2 hours trying to pull something apart in it, and that was what was free, but there was no timeline. Now it seems like it really is picking up as far as the asteroids, and then Neowise actually being visible like that. Nobody expected it. They said the Atlas was going to be like that, and it never was, right? Why all of a sudden Atlas, Swan, ES4, all of these freaking Neowise, all of these things coming out of nowhere? It seems like it is super ramped up. I was told over 2.5 years ago that asteroids, earthquakes, and all of this would triple. Extreme weather, earthquakes, and asteroids. And it has. Anybody who's watched me since the beginning knows that we had a group of, we just got it taken down. And again, that's another thing. All the military groups being taken off of Discord, that's weird. We had a group of over 500 active and retired military in that group. People could say whatever they want about our show. They want to say whatever they want about me, but we have really good sources. And that's the thing that really gets to me about this. As far as Comet Neo wise, like this thing, what if this is just a part of it? Again, last night, the gentleman caught 2 different objects. It was clearly 10 minutes later, another thing that looked just like it. People are catching stuff all over the world. Somebody in Brazil actually tweeted me back last night that something hit Brazil. Did you actually, Dex, were you able to look into that? I probably didn't give you enough time. Yeah, no, I didn't get, I wasn't able to confirm that, but I did see the tweets.
Yeah, so somebody from Brazil with broken English says one hit us last night, and I was thinking, geez. In fact, I'll just show you that. Maybe they put an update of some sort. But the fact is we need to be prepared for anything. It's really crazy to see something like the Greenland movie trailer and kind of see how experts have put out this, fake scenario, if you will, that's based on reality, real science. If it was to happen, what would actually go down? They've got all these experts, and it's almost like it was like they were signaling to people, saying that they're all going to to bunkers in Greenland. Well, look at what is going on with all the bunkers and everything that is going on with all the seeds. They're basically making Noah's Ark in every country. Sweden is pulling in different things into their bunkers. I mean, literally, it's not like 2 + 2. It's 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2. There's 50,000 things going on right now. China making an artificial sun, artificial moon. We're trying to get to the moon super fast, trying to get to Mars. They're trying to terraform Mars. What do they know that we don't? Again, September, Stephen Bannon was told that by September we would all know something is going on. So I don't know. This is the kind of thing like, let's see in September. Let's see in October. What is actually going to happen here? We don't know. Again, this is not to make anybody afraid. We need to face this kind of stuff, get prepared for it, be responsible, just like the military and the government. They do contingency plans. You should not be looked at like you're crazy for being worried about this kind of stuff. Again, you should look at it straight on and just realize, like, every day on this earth is a blessing. We could all, try to get a little bit more preps going. Obviously, all of this aside, we've got all of this stuff going on. Obviously, there's unrest. There's countries going at it. We've had the internet go down, DNS getting hacked, all this kind of stuff happening, Twitter getting hacked, all of these websites going down. There's something going on. And then it just so happens after all of this stuff goes down, Dex, we just talked about this, they patched through the ability to basically do a cyber attack without going through Congress. Is that right? Or am I phrasing that wrong?
Yeah, without the CIA has had the ability now to use that as part of their missions without getting presidential approval. So they have more opportunity for using cyber attacks.
So as far as like they can now, maybe is that a response? It just seems so weird that Twitter gets hacked super high up. They make it look like, oh, one of our employees was disgruntled and let people in, or it must have been an inside employee, because that's like somebody saying, no, it wasn't our security systems that were faulty. It was somebody gave the key out to the house. No. They went right in there. They were able to get possibly DMs from all of those people they got. And we're talking about very high up people. And then we're seeing these high ranking officials, all of these elites going down right now, getting arrested. There's a lot of stuff that is absolutely real. Then you've got Q talking about lights out and things like this. Again, I was not... I'm sorry, but now you've got 3-star generals saying stuff, saying where we go, one we go all. The least you can pull out of this is that the world is going nuts. I mean, you've got people switching sides, doing all this crazy stuff. You've got white hats, you got black hats, you got everything going on right now. On top of that, with this, I have a feeling that we are really seeing the beginning of a serious change, and in the next couple of years, they're going to figure out how to do something. I think, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, that Earth something is going on that's bigger than all of us, bigger than even conflict. So, Dex, do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, Adam, the two things that come to my mind is we had 2 major comets come out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden, they're like, oh, surprise, look what we found. We found Atlas. Oh, surprise, look what we found. We've got Neowise. And oh, by the way, Atlas was supposed to come really close. And all of a sudden it got bright, and then boom, it didn't. And did something happen to it? Did it naturally break up? Did we break it up? At the same time, we were getting a lot of this information saying things were going to be happening around the debris fields, right? And that was the money for the debris. So there was, and oh, by the way, let's put 2 and 2 together, right? We've just made the entire world stay at home. If the powers that be knew that something catastrophic was coming, or even not even catastrophic, but significant was coming, would they tell us? No, because it would cause too much panic. So what would you do? You would have people get into safe places. And what we're seeing is everyone is, not going to school. Everyone is staying home. Everyone has been around the world. This is happening. And then we backed off, and then now we're going back into it again. So, what's happening in space? Is there a connection here? Obviously the people,
I mean, we have Space Force now.
No.
We have Space Force now. We have all of these things going on. We have ships on opposite sides of the world just catching fire. This is steel. Is that some sort of new weapon that both of them have? How would you possibly get all of a Navy boat is set up so they can shut doors and contain it so it doesn't sink. You have it so if one part of it is on fire, the rest of it doesn't get on fire. That's the whole point. You're going to get shot at. You're getting missiles sent at you. And then they've got it so the whole thing is billowing for 5 days. Something is wrong here. And then just look at it. Our amphibious assault ship is billowing for 4 days. In April of 2020, you've got the Chinese brand new assault ship burning for multiple days. What are the freaking odds of that? And nobody's putting these things together? Then you have Ryanian, and I'm saying it special. You had 7 ships burn there right before that. So something is going on. You've got all sorts of things happening all over. So again, this is, I hope you guys share this out. I hope that we, from this, get a lot of information in. I hope you guys actually contact us, contact me or Dex at marfooglenews.com or Adam at marfooglenews.com. You can go to our website. All the information that we have here plus more is going to be on that website right after the show. Dex is going to be updating it live. Again, if we have an alert, sign up for Marfoogle Alerts. That is on our website. In fact, you can go there and see everything that we have here. Again, all of our live shows, you can go past and through and present everywhere. And we always keep a bibliography. So we don't just say something without backing it up. Last night's show has a lot of great news in it. Tonight's show is going to have a lot of great news in it. And then again, if you guys want to end up supporting us in any way, you can actually go there. All of our sponsors are on every page. If there's a show, just click on the thumbnail of that show. And then on the right side, you've got everything. I would highly suggest getting EMP Shield right now. We have no idea what is going to happen next. Again, you can go there at marfooglenews.com/EMP. All right, you guys, have a great night. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out. Dex?
Thank you, Adam. Great job. And everyone be safe. Dex out.
Have a good night. If you don't want to be contact traced, put your phone in the E-Deck bag. Have a good night, guys.